up, everybody? My name is Robert, and today I am back with another Patriots Nation video. I think this one is going to be a banger because today we are predicting the most boring game and the most exciting game of every single week in the NFL season, not including the preseason. Drop a like on this video if you think I should do it again for the playoffs. And at the end of the season, we're going to come back to this video and react to all of my picks and see how good they were, but mostly how bad they were. Enjoy. Okay, so here we are with all the week 1 games, as you can see. And up here, we have Sunday Night Football. The first game. Wait. So it says Sunday Night Football, but this game is actually on a Wednesday, so that's wrong. But anyway, it's Patriots Seahawks, and I am super excited for this one. I want to absolutely tear apart the Seahawks. They destroyed us in the Super Bowl. We need our revenge. But I don't think that's going to be the most exciting game. I think the most exciting game is actually going to be Cowboys-Giants because it's a division rivalry. This one actually is Sunday Night Football, and I think the Cowboys and Giants are going to be much better. It's going to be Cam Skatteboo's return, George Pickens' return. Who else? Jackson Dart's coming back. I'm excited for this one, to be honest. And then the most boring game, this one is a very hot take. Most people would say Jets-Titans, but there's something about those games that, when there's two really bad teams and it's week 1, it's always a really high-scoring, great game. And the Jets always have a fun first game of the season and end up choking it in overtime. So I think it's going to be a great game. I think the most boring game is going to be Bears-Panthers. Bryce Young is one of those people who always has, a terrible game and an insane game. And this is going to be a terrible game. The Panthers are going to get blown out. All right, week 2 is up next, and the Thursday Night Football game is Lions-Bills, which is the game that I am picking to be the most exciting game of this entire week. Even though I hate the Bills, I am actually going to be watching this one absolutely, and I'm going to be looking forward to this one, even though the Patriots are playing. This week we are playing the Steelers, which is winnable, in my opinion. So the reason why I think Lions-Bills is going to be the best game, number 1, it's prime time. Number 2, I think the Lions are going to be, again, much improved from last season. Obviously, the Bills are the Bills, so that's going to be a great game. Very high scoring, in my opinion. And then the game that I have as the worst game of this entire week, where is it? Hold on. I had it pre-picked out. Oh, yeah, Chargers-Raiders right here. And the reason why I think this is going to be the most boring game is because, number 1, the Raiders were the worst team in the league last year, so they're going to have a lot of bad games. I think they're going to be improved, but not much improved. And then the Chargers are going to have a stinker in this one. Score prediction is 9-6 with the Chargers winning. Here is week 3, and the game that I think is going to be the most exciting one is the Patriots game, where we are playing the Jaguars, and obviously 2 very good teams matching up against each other. I do think the Jags will be a little worse this year, but they're still going to be good at this point in the season. And this is going to be probably a bit of a defensive masterclass, but also a lot of points scored, if that makes any sense. Okay, basically I think both of these teams are going to have good offenses this year, but basically I think there's going to be good defense in this league, but in this game. But there's still going to be over 20 points scored for both teams. And personally, I'm trying to do this without bias to the Patriots, but I think this one's going to be most exciting. Least exciting one is going to be Titans-Giants. I don't even have to think. I honestly think the Giants are going to blow out the Titans right here. And if not that, then it's going to be a very low-scoring game with almost no points scored, and the Giants still come out on top. Okay, so here we are with week 4, and the game that I have most exciting, I'm confident about this one, Patriots-Bills. First time these teams have matched up since last season. Remember, this is not just bias because I'm excited to see the Patriots play. I'm doing this from a neutral perspective, and I think this game is actually going to be really exciting because it's going to be high scoring and a rivalry game. And then for me, the most boring game, without question, is going to be Falcons-Saints because Falcons are going to be a really bad team this year, in my opinion. Maybe borderline 5-6 wins tops. And I think the Saints are going to be pretty good. So but I still do think this game is going to be very low scoring and just not fun to watch. Okay, so here we are with week 5, and the most exciting game for me is, without question, Bears-Packers. I think this could have potential to be a top 5 most exciting game all season. Bears and Packers might be one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL, if not the most heated rivalry. And this is the first time these teams have matched up since their insane wildcard game, which, in my opinion, was one of the best games of the entire season last year. And it's at 4:25. It's going to end in the evening. I don't know. Something about this game is screaming insane. But the worst game for me, without question, Browns-Jets. At the middle of the season, both of these teams are going to be kind of banged up, and it's just going to be terrible for them. This game might be the worst game all season long. What was NFL thinking, putting Browns and Jets in the same game? Here we are with week 6 of the NFL season, and my pick for most exciting game is the Thursday Night Football game, primetime, Seahawks-Broncos. What else do I need to say? These are going to be 2 of the best teams in the league this next year, and it's just going to be an absolutely insane game. The least exciting game for me was between Cardinals-Rams and Bills-Raiders. Both of them are going to be huge blowouts, but I gave it to Bills-Raiders because Cardinals-Rams is going to be a division game, and that's literally the only reason. Here we are with, what week is this? Week number 7 of our NFL of this video. And my pick for most exciting game is Bengals-Ravens. Absolute divisional round shootout. Maybe the top game of the entire season is coming right on this game. I don't know. That could happen. Just take that into account when I'm reacting to this video. And then my least exciting game, again, similar scenario to week 6, between Dolphins, Jets, and Browns, Titans. But just because Dolphins, Jets is a divisional game, I'm giving it to Browns. Okay, so here we are with week 7, and my pick for most exciting game is Bengals-Ravens because it's a divisional game, and I think it's going to be a shootout, maybe the top game of the NFL season. We will see. My screen was flipped for a second there, but it doesn't matter because we're coming back with the worst prediction. I meant with the worst game. Maybe it'll be the worst prediction in the entire video, but Browns-Titans is going to be the worst game of this week because it's going to be very low scoring and just a bad game. Okay, so here we are with week 8, and my pick for most exciting game is Ravens-Bills, because these teams are 2 classic, great NFL teams, a matchup of Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. It's November 1st, the first game of November. It's just going to be great. And then my pick for least exciting game, Raiders-Jets. What do I even need to say about this one? It's the Raiders and Jets, bro. But it's just going to be, so incredibly boring to watch. Here we are with week 10. And my prediction for most exciting game is a Sunday Night Football game between the Steelers and Bengals. It is a divisional rivalry. And the Steelers, I feel like they're always in some great games in every single season. And I think this is going to be a great game that they're going to be a part of. Bengals, I think they're going to be much improved. This is just going to be an absolute shootout. Maybe one of the highest scoring games all season long, in my opinion. And then for the least exciting game / most boring, I have placed another blowout, Jags-Titans. I see a pretty huge blowout happening here. Although it is a divisional game, I don't really see any other clear blowouts except for maybe Chiefs-Falcons, but this one is way more clear to me. Jags-Titans, most boring game of this entire week. Here is week 11, and my prediction for most exciting game is Jets-Chargers. Probably the hottest take that I will have all for this entire video. And the reason why I'm placing this game as the most exciting is because, as I said, the Jets always have some insane, really exciting games. And I think the Chargers and Jets are going to have just an absolute time in this one. I think it's going to be one of the funnest games to watch all season long. And then my pick for most boring on basically the complete opposite side of the spectrum is Cardinals-Chiefs. Absolute blowout. Here is week 12, Thanksgiving week, where we have the classic Bears-Lions game on Thanksgiving for how many years now? I don't even know. But that's not the most exciting game. The most exciting game is Packers-Rams because the Packers, they just never lose, bro. okay, I know they lose a lot, but they always make the playoffs. They're just always a good team. They're consistently a good team. And no other NFL team can really do that aside from maybe the Chiefs. But then again, they weren't good last year. And the Rams are obviously going to be the best team. Dare I say the Packers are going to win this game in an absolute dogfight? And my pick for most boring game. Oh yeah, there's also a lot of games. Great games this week. You got Chiefs, Bills, Broncos, Steelers. Probably even Seahawks, 49ers, and even Patriots, Chargers. But anyway, my pick for most boring game is Jets, Dolphins. It is a division game, but these are two of the worst teams in the entire league, and the Jets just had a great game last week. I do not expect them to do it again. Here we are with week 13, and it's the next day, and I'm a little bit tired, but I'm still going to finish this video for you guys. I have the most exciting game being Chiefs versus the Rams on primetime Thursday Night Football because I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game and very fun to watch. The most boring game I have being the Dolphins-Broncos. Does anyone remember whenever the Dolphins and Broncos played 3 years ago and the Dolphins put up 70 points? I think the opposite could happen. The Broncos could put up 70 points on the Dolphins, and it's just going to be very boring because it's just going to be an absolute blowout. Here is week 14, and my money for the most boring game of the week is Falcons-Browns. This one is just going to be terrible. My prediction is a tie between these two teams, a 7-7 tie between the Falcons and Browns. I know that's insane to say, but that I'm predicting a tie. But just think, if I get this right, that will be the most awful thing that will ever happen on this channel, probably. And then, what just happened? Okay, anyway, my pick for most exciting game. Where is it? Is Chiefs-Bengals, rematch of the AFC Championship from 2022, I think. And the Chiefs are going to want their revenge, but the Bengals are just going to be going hard. Here we are with week 14, and this time for the rest of the season, I'm not going to give any reasoning on my picks. So I'm going to let you guys come up with the reasoning. Chiefs-Bengals for most exciting game, and most boring game, I have Broncos-Jets. Here we are with week 15, and for this one, the most exciting game I have being the Saturday game, Seahawks-Eagles, and we're still doing no reasoning. And then the least exciting game I have being the Saints-Buccaneers. Here we are with week 16, and this is the week that I think is going to be the best week of the entire NFL season, and I'm going to give reasoning on this week in terms of because of the Christmas spirit. On Friday, December 25th, Christmas Day, we have the three best. This might be the best 3 games, of this entire week, and they're all on Christmas Day. It's Packers, Bears, Bills, Broncos, and Rams, Seahawks. And Rams, Seahawks is my pick to be the best game of the entire season on Christmas Day. And then my worst game of the week is pretty simple: Chargers, Dolphins. I just think both these teams are gonna have a stinker in this one. I'm back with week 17, and it is the next day again. I had to go do something, but we only have 2 more weeks left at long last. This video is taking a very long time, and the most boring game I have for this week is Raiders-Cardinals. No reasoning, because we're not doing that for this week. And the most exciting game I have being Lions-Bears. No reasoning. Here we are with the final week of the NFL season. Besides the playoffs, week 18, where I'm going to give reasoning on my picks. Seahawks-Rams going to be the best game of the week because 2 of the most entertaining teams in the entire NFL. And the worst game of the week, my money is on Bucs-Saints because I think it's going to be a dreary slugfest of no points. Here is week 9, and my prediction for the best game is Rams-Commanders. Hear me out. The Commanders were bad last year, but Jaden Daniels was hurt. And Jaden Daniels is coming back, and I think this is going to be one of those games where he plays really well. Kind of like the Hail Mary game last year. 2 years ago. Does anybody remember that game? Well, it was insane. And then my pick for most... and also the Rams are just the best team in the league. And then my pick for least exciting game is Raiders 49ers because I think Well, it's a non-divisional game, and it's going to be a blowout. Well, this was a fun video to make. It took multiple days, but I really enjoyed doing it and spending time with you guys, even though kind of virtually, and I wasn't really spending time with you. Drop your comments down below of what you think of it. Smash like if you like it, and just subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'm not doing this content for money. I'm just doing it for fun. And don't worry, I'll start making some Patriots news videos kind of soon. But remember, I am going to camp pretty soon, and there's just gonna do, and I'm trying to make a lot of videos right now so I can schedule upload them while I'm at camp. But yeah, like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Patriots Nation is out.